Hi folks, welcome to Schick Happens. Thought I'd toss up a little update video here to let you know what I've been up to. First and foremost, as many of you know, I've been taking a little bit of a break from YouTube. Matter of fact, it's been like one video every 3 weeks. I'm kind of enjoying it. And as I mentioned before, much needed break, but things will probably start picking up here as far as videos going into fall. We just got a ton going on, but it's stuff that I definitely want to film. Now, as far as what I've been up to over the last 3 weeks, keeping up with the trail cameras. I mean, I don't check them every day, but I do like to pull certain cards every once in a while and see what's happening here on the property. And as a matter of fact, I just did that today when I got off work. And then also checking on the food plots, seeing how those are coming along. Now that incognito that I planted around the rut hut deer blind is really taken off. I mean, it's living up to its name of 7 to 10 feet in 60 days. Now we did get some heavy wind and rain the other day, which kind of knocked a lot of it down, but it is still growing and it's strong enough that it's perking back up. So I was happy to see that. About a month ago, we had a female cat show up here. How do I know it's female? Well, its belly was about that big around. And she was real skittish for about 2 weeks until she learned that we were friendly, we weren't going to hurt her, and we were feeding her. Soft milk, soft food, hard food, milk. And she really warmed up to us. Now you can pet her in the whole 9 yards. And she ended up having the kittens about 3 weeks ago in the lean-to in a 5-gallon bucket. And about a week later, she moved them into a wheelbarrow. And then last week, moved them up into the loft there inside the barn here in some insulation. I don't know where they're at now. I just went to go check on them and I don't see them, so she moved them again. Her and Fiddle didn't get along too well at first, but they're starting to warm up to each other. So we'll see how all this pans out. Finally, last week, the weather here cooled off considerably. We got about 3.5 inches of rain, some high wind, and the temperatures dropped into the low 40s at night, and we've seen a stretch there of just barely into the 60s. And I love that kind of weather. Now all of a sudden, Mother Nature decided to take another turn, and we're close to 80 today, mid-70s for the rest of the week. But I have a feeling here soon things are going to change around and stay cool, and I'm really looking forward to it. We did get started on our little landscape area for decorating up for Halloween. As far as decorations go, Halloween is probably my favorite holiday. So we got a good start on that, and I might actually just make a video talking about that here coming up soon. And of course, after we got all this rain a few days ago, Sunday I did take a walk back to a couple spots where I typically find hen of the woods mushrooms on oak trees, and was pleasantly surprised to see a little clump of 3 or 4 of them growing. I'm going to let them go a couple more days, get a little bit bigger, and then I'll harvest those. And I think here in the next week, I'm really going to go around and start looking for hen of the woods to either get in the freezer or dehydrate. And speaking of dehydrating, I don't know if I shared these in a previous video, but these are some dehydrated mushrooms that I got this summer. There's some old man of the woods here, crown tip coral, my favorite, Hygrophorus milkies. And I'd like to get a couple more of these containers dehydrated of hen of the woods. The rest will go in the freezer. Some of our fall travel plans have changed as well. Originally, Don from Bucktails Outdoors was going to come up here this fall for a deer hunt, but once we got to talking, it's just not going to happen this year, simply because he's got too much on his plate and our plate's full. And he's retiring at the end of the year, beginning of next year. So that's going to free up a ton of time for him where he'll be able to make the trip down here next fall. So even though that's scratched for this year, I'm certainly looking forward to it next fall. And we also planned on meeting up with Randy at Father and Sons Fishing down at the Outer Banks to hang out with him for a weekend. But I think we're going to postpone that until early spring, where the fishing's going to be better anyway. Now, still on tap, Kyle from Dark 30 Outdoors will be here sometime in late October for a deer hunt. And I'm sure I'll squeeze down to Joe's at Capper Outdoors for a hunt down there. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I have a suspicious feeling that the wife and I might end up in Georgia here in the next month to go hang out with somebody and maybe meet up with a couple other folks. We'll kind of see how that goes, but if that happens, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I also talked about doing a fall food plot update vlog, and I still think I'm going to do that. There's some things that I'd like to share and show some people with how my fall, I call them dough draws, how they came out, how they're coming along, and I might squeeze a vlog in on that here soon. But anyway, I hope everyone is having a great week, and until next time, cheers.